Need me to mute?
And we are live, and the doors of the Sanctum have been unlocked and open for the week. Welcome everyone back to Sanctum Sanctorum. I'm your illustrious widow's son. With me today is our awesome co-host, the Wanderer. Doc will possibly be popping in just a little while. He is currently going to be traveling back to our hometown in Mississippi for the holidays, and I would also like to just go ahead and wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. So today we are we are honored to be to have another an amazing content. Wanderer just vanished on us. His internet probably had a brain fart again. But we have the distinct pleasure of having another amazing YouTuber, content creator, and all-around funny guy joining us in the Sanctum today. I would like to welcome Dries from BLACKGUYTV. Dries, how you doing, my man?
All right, there we go.
There we are.
Man, don't get me started on this stuff. So what's up, guys?
Not much, man. And Wanderer's back. What happened to you, Wanderer?
He wandered off.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had to take a wander for a piss. No, that's not what happened. Basically, my Wi-Fi, you know how it is. I just switched over to my mobile data.
Look, I'm gonna have to send like a decent tech over to your house to get your shit fixed.
Just give me a new house. It's my fucking house, dude. It's like a century old. Like, Jesus.
Well, I can't help you there, man. I mean, sorry, I can't do anything for that. But Dries, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Oh, thank you for having me.
The pleasure is indeed all ours, my friend. Yeah, this is going to be one of the last shows that we actually have for the year. Right now, we're having this one today, and we are looking at having another one on the 27th, which will be coming up this coming Saturday. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get a New Year's Eve show in. I really wanted to do one, but unfortunately, I have to work. So we will then, in turn, be getting everything caught up after the first of the year. But of course, you know, as I always say, watch the Discord, and we keep everyone up to date there. And I see that everyone is starting to pop in. Scud is here, Faith is here, Sir Hatman is with us, and Dumpkey is here also. Let's see. Okay. All right. Well, now, Dries, before we get started with the questions and everything, if you want to go ahead and give your self promotion for your channel and everything before we get started, please feel free. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just, you know, Black Guy TV. I don't know. I don't know how much you guys know about the Tards.
We've discussed them quite a bit. I actually introduced Wanderer and Doc to the verbal sludge, oil slick, vomit bag, pig shit, pig pen that is Shani and Rev not too long ago. I don't think Wanderer has fully recovered from that. I believe he's
fuck my eyes.
Oh no! Did you show him her porno?
No, God, I've never even seen that, and I don't want to. Mostly because I want to continue to eat, and I don't want. I mean, my eyesight's bad enough as it is, and I want to keep what little I have left. So,
feel like a nuclear fucking blast.
Oh my god.
And
Blind you.
let's see. And Miss Parker is here. Welcome, Miss Parker.
Oh yeah.
Nice profile picture. I mean, what?
Wanderer's like, woo shit. Um, so we'll just jump right into it. And first and foremost, one of the main questions that I like to ask the content creators and everything that we have on here. How did you get started? Like, what was your inspiration to do it, and how'd you get started on YouTube?
um. Well, like we were discussing off air. Like, I'm a pretty big gamer. I've been probably playing games since like Nintendo. And I've had it like now I won't say every system, but I've had many a system in between. And so I used to make I'm pretty opinionated about video games. So me and my friends used to be like talking about games or we would be debating about certain things. And so they're like you should put this you should talk about that on YouTube. So that's how I started. I was just like making videos about the dreaded EA and other piece of shit companies like that, and other games I may or may not have liked, and I would talk about that shit. And then life gets in the way. So and back then it was a little harder to like they didn't have super chats and all this other crazy shit on YouTube and everything. So like if you wanted to make any money, like you could just be a partner and have you could have no subs and you could still be a partner to YouTube. You just had to join it, and so I was doing that for a little bit, and life got in the way, and I stopped for about like 5-6 years. And just one day, man, I was just watching, and I don't know, I think this was around the eviction saga time when Shani kicked G-Man out of her house, and she was just dropping all these M-bombs. I'm like, fuck this bitch, and I just started making videos after that.
Well, it. And see, that's one thing that Wanderer and I have really talked about, and this is something that I've I talked to Brand because and as always, shout out to the guys in the Geek Room, Frank, Billy, Brand, Anna. Love you guys. You're always gonna have our support here at the Sanctum Sanctorum, no matter what. That was one thing that Wanderer and I talked about on a previous episode, and then Brand came on our last episode, and that's something I was mentioning to him. Is guys like them and you and Burnt Toast and Hatman and Tara, and I see Tara is here, and howdy to you, Miss Tara, and your lovely self. Let's see, Miss Parker has something here. Let me get it pulled up. Let's see. I have a question for everyone. In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet? Ooh, the internet is for porn.
Oh shit! I can't spell. Sorry, I'm putting the shit on Twitter and didn't even notice my own fucking. I never notice my fucking typos until after I send the fucking thing. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean
that happens to me all the time. But everyone that is calling these people out for their blatant lies, their complete ignorance, and their bullshit, you have the receipts to back up what you're calling them out on, but they don't have the balls to respond or even be, and I know this is stretching it for a lot of them, but they don't even have this I guess civility would be the correct word to even come and speak to you guys on a one-on-one level and face everything in a way, and just kind of be like, hey, look, this is what you said. We've got the proof of it. What do you have to say about this? And that's why I appreciate you guys so much, is because y'all are going straight for the throat. Y'all just don't give a fuck, and that's what you got to do. I mean, now granted, I would never. I don't want. I honestly, oh God, don't even get me started.
Spit it out. I'm just playing, man.
No, I don't want to.
I don't want to know.
Mommy, the land whale scares me. But I wouldn't have. I mean, honestly, especially those two, I wouldn't have them within 100 miles of my show.
I just dropped my fucking phone. Apologies if you heard the thud.
No, I did not actually.
I think I heard something, but I wasn't sure what it was. I figured like you dropped your drink and it magically dropped out and fell on your keyboard again.
Oh fuck, dude! Don't even get me started on that moment. When that happened, I was having like a heart attack.
He did. I mean, it sounded like he literally sucked all the oxygen out of his room. But so because and I've seen you on a lot of other people's streams. I've seen you on Drag stream, and I've seen you on Hannibal and Monty, which I love. Those are two guys that I absolutely love. That I try to watch that as often as I possibly can.
Oh yeah.
Because they just seem like two cool laid back motherfuckers, just like the rest of you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When you started watching these videos and everything, like and I understand the whole N-word thing. I do. I get it. Obviously that's something you want to call someone on, especially when they don't need to be saying that.
Yeah.
What else drew you to basically go after them and get them to own up to the bullshit that they basically spew on the rest of the world?
I mean, I've been, like the funny thing is like when excuse me, when I start talking about them, Shanny's are like, "You're some newbie. You don't even know us." I'm like, "I've been watching you idiots for fucking almost like 7 years." Like okay, the first time I was introduced to G-Man was the Drunken Peasants,
Mm.
and so I watched the Drunken Peasants, and then G-Man came along, and then of course Brett King was there, and then True Empiricism, and then who else? Then they started covering Shanny for Crisis. She was like batshit insane. And see, my thing is, I have no interest in really like she used to say like the moon is a light source and all this other crazy shit.
Oh
and
no,
so,
that was a hologram. It was a
Oh, it
hologram.
was a hologram. Excuse me, but yeah, well, shit, that might even be crazier than fucking what I just said. It's just like
right, and I actually caught that. Like, I went back and found that footage where she said that, and I'm like, what in the unholy fuck are you talking about?
She's living in Star Wars, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Oh god. Oh god. Yes.
She literally is the third Death Star.
Yeah, man. And so that's how I discovered her. But like I don't have any, how can I say, I don't have any interest in talking to people who like believe the earth is flat and all this other stuff. Like and I like G-Man found out, and I mean I'm pretty sure he labeled me as an atheist before he ever knew, but I am an atheist. But I don't have any interest in arguing about like God, if it's real or not or whatever. Like I don't care about that stuff, So I used to watch him. I would just watch G-Man and laugh at his antics, laugh at people, arguing with him and making him look like a fool. But then like when Shanny started dropping them N-bombs, like, well, I'll show you how it happened. Like I started talking about Shanny, right? And then that's when like G-Man would say something absurd or something crazy, or like he would defend her. And I'm like, oh, fuck you, you little. Well, I almost said something else on here. Anyways, but like I'm like, well, fuck you then. So then I started talking about him and shit, and then G-Man, he calls me out, and he has like Von Helton on the channel. Well, fuck, Von Helton could get it too. So then I'm like, and it just like
the way
went
I
on
feel
from there.
Honestly, the way that I look at especially guys like Von Helton is I look forward to watching their content as much as I look forward to root canal surgery.
Oh, God,
so and it's like I've said to Bran and Billy and Frank the one night that I got to go in the geek room. What Vaughn knows about the occult and theology wouldn't even fill up a fucking thimble.
Oh.
God, don't even get me started. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I believe you because because remember he has all the what does he say? He has all the black slave masters because apparently there was only black slave masters, and he has all their phone numbers and addresses.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is awful. God.
Yeah.
He's a
Now,
fucking
that's putting it loosely, my friend. That's putting it very, very loosely.
So wait, you mean to tell me he's not a true sorcerer?
God no. I mean, see one thing. Okay, now that sigil that he uses.
Sigil.
Yeah, of course, he's clearly mispronouncing it.
Yeah.
One thing that he doesn't realize is now he claims that he hand drew that. That's completely impossible because it's completely digital, and you can tell that by looking at it. Like if you practice any kind of magic or ritual, you know that what the things you're supposed to use are mapped out already from the philosophers and the practitioners who have gone before us, and it's all in the books, and you're supposed to actually draw them out yourself, and they are to be properly blessed and everything before they. And I'm just like, God, oh man, I can't even talk about it without getting pissed. So,
Dude's been playing way too much fucking Skyrim.
huh?
Oh yeah, fucking Vaughn. Yep.
Hang on with it. Let's see.
I mean,
Vaughn told me that the gods would be angry about my YouTube name. Well, if who gives a shit what Vaughn has to say? I mean, my God. I mean, the man is. I mean, from what I was told, he's got a permaban from YouTube.
Yeah, Brett Keane too.
But how? Well, see, that's what I don't get is they like Vaughn literally still streams. Like he will do live streams on YouTube, but they're not on his channel. I don't understand how he's able to do that if he's got a permaban.
There are, from what I understand, there are loopholes that can basically get you back on YouTube even if you've been banned. The most prominent example of that is Keemstar. He says that Drama Alert isn't owned by him; it's just lent by a friend. And look at him now. I mean, he's one of the biggest news channels, sitting at I think it's over 5 million subscribers, maybe even more. Sorry if I'm wrong, Keemstar, but. Yeah, that's the biggest example I can think of. There are ways you can circumvent a platform ban.
Plus, you also got to think. I mean, they're really small, like him and Brett. They're like really small YouTubers, so YouTube ain't really paying attention unless somebody brings it to their attention. Like, hey, this guy's been banned from here. Why does he still have a channel? Then maybe they'll take it down. Plus, what he does is he streams. He streams and then he deletes it immediately, and it goes back to BitChute whenever he wants to do like shorter content videos.
Oh, I've seen his BitChute content, and see the one thing that people don't realize about BitChute is you can't turn off your comments, you can't block people, and the people on BitChute are a lot harsher than they are on YouTube. So more power to you if you think you can survive on that platform. I myself would never touch it. I think I've only been on it a few times, and that was just to like see the idiocy that he was trying to spew. But like I said, please don't even get me started. I get a headache just thinking about it.
Yeah, Vaughn is he's tough. Like I've been wanting to because I made a Vaughn video on his birthday, and it did pretty decent. And
I watched that. That was quite hilarious, I must say.
And I wanted to make another one, but he will not give up the election stuff, and I don't want to talk about that,
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'll wait till everything is through and through, and he starts going back into nonsense again. Maybe I'll make another video about him.
He always seems to me like he should be living in like a survivalist bunker out in the middle of the forest, like with
like a prepper.
Yeah, like a doomsday prepper, like a total doomsday prepper. So now you said you started out gaming. Now you were playing, was it Alien Insurrection or
Isolation?
Isolation. Oh God, I don't.
Yeah.
God, that game fucking scares me.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Dude, I shot my pants.
No,
if you watch my video, if you watch my streams, you'll hear me scream. Like I was like, like literally.
Oh God, it's so fucking scary.
Yeah, like that's what I was just about to point out. I was watching one of the streams. I was actually in the chat that night, and I was just I was up late and I was just, chit chatting with everybody. And all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Drees goes, "Ah!" And like, I'm like, what? And I saw what he kind of shrieked at. And I'm like, oh my God, because it even caught me off guard and I had my headset on.
Oh,
And,
sorry.
and because see, I just actually, because like I like to watch Markiplier, and I just finished watching him play Resident Evil 3, and he shrieks at the top of his lungs, and him shrieking like that doesn't scare me near as much as it did when you did it, because it just came out of fucking nowhere. And so when you first started doing gaming, like, what were you actually like talking about, like the gaming companies, or were you actually doing like gaming videos, or?
Well, I tried my hand at doing like reviews. Those were get like no views, but when I like criticize companies like Capcom, like EA, and hold on, like it's been so long since I've actually let me actually look at my fucking. I'll just look at it real quick. The videos, right? So like my first, let's see, oldest video. See, like it's funny. At first, I was talking about commercial. Like my very first video, I was talking about how I hate ads and now fucking ads everywhere. But that's kind of when they like started to invade YouTube and everything as much. And then I talked about, like, you remember Final Fantasy 15, right? It was supposed to be actually Final Fantasy 13 Versus or whatever that was, right?
Right.
And then they like, no, we're pushing it back to the next system. I was fucking pissed, So that's when I started talking about. And then Capcom at that time was also like grifting everybody with fucking the those online passes. There's a game called Azura's Wrath that I really like, and like they made you pay for the secret ending, and like they were doing all kinds of fucking shady shit like that. So that type of shit pissed me off. So I would just make videos about it, And oh yeah, that's when Xbox One was first coming out. And I had a chick at my job. We'd fucking argue about like which one was better, and I'd be like, tell him like PlayStation is better. She'd be like, no, Xbox is better. And I have both systems, by the way. But I was like, don't get me wrong. During the PS3 era, Xbox One won that console generation. They had the better online and everything. But as soon as PlayStation started giving like the free game on PS Plus and all that other stuff, like I would have games that was out. Now they're giving you little indie shit bullshit now. But back when they first started on PS3, you would actually have games that came out that year that were free, And then that's when Xbox started doing it too. And they were like, we were comparing them. I'm showing this chick like, okay, so I can play that new Hitman game that just came out. What are you playing? Oh, look, it's Gears of War 1. Like nobody's played that before. And it's just like, I've never played it. I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, get the. So I would do stuff like that.
I'll go ahead and say it. I've never played it. So.
Oh wow.
No,
okay.
Gears of War never did it for me. I've always been a Halo guy myself.
Oh, me too. I love Halo.
And see, that's one thing. See, that's one thing. Like here on the show, like we all have our own little separate personalities. Like Wanderer's the gamer guy. I'm the music guy, and Doc is just
Hackerman.
Do what?
He's Hackerman.
He's hacker. Yeah, he's hacker man. He's the computer dude, and
with a big hat.
With the big hat. Yes, let's not forget his oversized cowboy hat and his Sam Elliott meets Burt Reynolds meets 70s porn star mustache. So, well, no, if you go and look at the banner on the channel, like yeah, like it's total, Sam Elliott, Burt Reynolds, 70s porn star, Hulk Hogan, it's got a little more Hulk Hogan in there because it comes down on the sides, So what you gonna do, brother? But I honestly, like, in the guys in the chat, like, Sterno and Dumpkey and Wanderer were even picking at me because I had never played Fallout. I've never played any of the Fallouts. And I told them, I said, look, I am a veteran of Nintendo 64 GoldenEye, and I am a veteran of Halo 1 on the Deathmatch on the original Xbox. So y'all can all get off my nuts. Because I've got you
down immediately.
Because I've got you all beat. Because I don't give a shit what you're playing. if you have never played GoldenEye Deathmatch on Nintendo 64, then to me, in my opinion, you're not a true gamer.
Man, GoldenEye was a shit, man. I used to my
Man.
favorite thing was like getting those trip mines, and like what I would do is like shoot a bullet. Like I would throw the mine on the wall and kind of shoot right next to it, so it looked like a bullet hole was there instead of the mine. And then the guy would come run, bah, I would just blow him. I used to have so much fun playing.
Oh God! Or like I like in the missions, like even when you weren't like playing the deathmatch, like there's a one scene where you enter the compound and you can shoot that guy that was sitting on the toilet because you're coming through you're coming through the air ducts and shit. And I'm like, this is like more Die Hard, less James Bond. I'm like John McClane should be doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I'm more old school when it comes to my gaming. You know, I still have a PS3 and I play the old Assassin's Creeds and the Batmans, and of course I love to play Wolfenstein because as they said in the movie Inglourious Bastards, we killing Nazis, which is just one of my favorite things to do because in that game, because there I can do it and I don't get in trouble for it. So
you would love the new Wolfenstein. It's great.
Is that Wolfenstein 2 or?
No, I know the one he's talking about because there was Wolfenstein, the one they put out on PS3. Then they put out New Order, and then there was another one.
The new Colossus.
That's the one. That one was fucking great.
Yeah,
I played the demo. A friend of mine had the demo on his Xbox, and he let me play that. And I'm like, dude, if you ever download this entire game, you have to let me play it. And he was just like, I'm going to get it in a couple of weeks. And then like a couple of weeks later, I was actually moving to a new apartment. And so I never got to play it. But now that the PS5 is about to come out, or when the next gen of it comes out and PS4s are going to be so cheap, I'm going to get a PS4 eventually. And then I can go back and play all the PS4 games that I missed. Because a friend of mine was actually telling me that I have to play Assassin's Creed Origins because it's set in ancient Egypt, and he was like, "Dude, all of the religious and occult stuff that you're into is all over this game. You have to play it." And I'm like,
"You'll like it." That's probably that's what got me back into it. Like I fell off Assassin's Creed because it was the same shit over and over again, And then Origins came out, I'm like, wow, they really did it. And then Odyssey came out, and that's my favorite one, Odyssey, because I'm big into like Greek mythology and stuff.
No, it wasn't. Or was it Odyssey that was in Egypt, or was it Origins?
No, Origins is Egypt, and then Odyssey is a little bit before
the ancient Rome
in the time. Yes, Rome. Oh, Greece, ancient Greek.
And then they did Valhalla, which was
which I'm playing now. Yeah.
How is that, by the way?
How can I say? Like I told you, Odyssey, it's good, but since Odyssey is my favorite, I like Valhalla. The combat's fun, the raiding is fun as a Viking. Like I enjoy it, but like, how can I say this? Like it's just I've been playing this game for like 90 something hours, and I'm just getting into the story.
Oh my God.
So no, it's good. I'm not gonna lie, it is good. But like I remember when I played Odyssey, like Odyssey felt more like. It was way more, how can I say? It was more of an RPG because you could be walking down the street and you could see like a mission symbol over there. You're like, oh, let me see what this person wants. Oh, help me. These bandits took my child. And you're like, okay. And you would just go off and find them and like slaughter this band of bandits to get this kid back. And then like in Valhalla, I guess they're trying to do something different because you're playing a Viking and they're trying to build a settlement in England,
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what they did with Black Flag.
Yeah.
Because Black Flag took a minute to grow on me because I'm like, I don't want to drive a ship everywhere. And then when I actually sat down and started playing it, I'm just like, oh, this is badass. Okay. So
it's fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having fun with it. But sorry.
Oh no, you're good. So now you recently went through on your channel, you recently went through some like major league, fucked up repugnant shit. And you know, when I found out about it, because I saw the video you had posted about it because you couldn't stream and everything.
Oh,
For those who are not aware of actually what happened, can you fill us in on the whole situation?
okay. Well, is Miss Parker still here? Is that her name here, or what is it? Yeah, she's always changing her fucking names. Oh yeah, Miss Parker. There we go. So what happened was through I met Miss Parker, you know, through like the Hannibal and Monty community, you know, and so you know I let her on my, you know, I sent her, you know, link to the Discord. So you know she was like telling me like, hey, you know, well, excuse me, sorry. Let me go back. Let me go back. So Hannibal and Monty had told me at one point, like I'm gonna try to make this quick, even though it's long. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. Hannibal and Monty a while back said, "Hey, we got this new guy we're gonna watch. You want to come on the show?" I said, "Sure," and that was Nuka Zeus, right? So I'm like, "All right, well, yeah, cool." So I went on the show, we watched it, and he boggled my mind, of course. So then after that, Monty and them said, "Oh, okay, after we do this episode, y'all can make content about the man if you want." And nobody really bid on it. So then when Miss Parker was in my Discord, she was like, "Hey, you should maybe, you know, check out this guy's videos and maybe make some videos if you want." And so she would send me videos and I would watch them. And I'm like, "Oh, this guy's fucking crazy." And I just watched this dude on Hannibal and Monty. And Monty kind of softened me on him. Like, I don't think he's a racist or anything. I think he might actually have body dysmorphia. And then I would watch some of the crazy shit that he said. Like he said if he had a baby with someone and it was like white passing, he would disown the child or leave it, you know, throw it off a cliff, saying real fucked up shit like that, you know? So I would start making videos about him and going in on him. And then so he told me, he's like, "Hey, you know, we should just have a conversation. I think you got the wrong opinion of me." So we set it up and I interviewed him. And I was gonna be he's really paranoid. He thinks everybody's out to attack him, and I can see why, especially when he's gonna have like "fuck whites" on one of his arms. You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh my god.
yeah, and then like talking about if his baby looked white, he'd throw it away, and all this other crazy shit. And so, you know, I started after that interview. I guess he thought we were like buddies, and I kept making videos about him. And I fucked up and used one of his videos without editing it at all or interjecting or pausing it. It was just like 1 minute straight. And he fucking copyright struck me for it. And he really did. He did admit it. Now, I mean, I don't think he'll be watching this because it doesn't have his name in it. No, seriously, like he looks for shit with his name. That's how he see. And of course he subbed to me. But he basically admitted that he was in his feelings and he was upset that I was talking about him, so he decided to copyright strike me. Basically, he didn't do it because he thought I was stealing his content. He did it because he was upset, you know. And Monty and all these other people were trying to tell him like, "Hey man, you're opening the door to the wrong, you know, you should do that. Just take the strike off, blah 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 blah." And that's when we were on a show, Atheist Veteran Show, and we were talking to him, and it went nowhere. But later on the next day, he hit me up on Twitter. We talked a little bit, and he decided to take the strike off. But he didn't know that I had already filed a copyright notice, and I had a lawyer's information instead of mine on it because I talked to a lawyer. And so he didn't get any of my information. He just got the lawyer's information, you know. And so YouTube took the strike down because of me doing the counter notification, not because he asked him to take it down, but he did show me the confirmation email that he sent to them and everything. So he was a man of his word, and he did ask them. But it's just that was it the Digital Millennium Copyright Act or whatever it's called? They had to like take it down since I sent the counter notification. But yeah, that's what happened. Basically, I was criticizing the guy, and of course I told him I poked jokes at him, the way he dresses and the way he looks and the way he talks and for comedic effect. But I was telling him like everything I said about you, I feel, you know, I you say you're black when you're obviously not, and like stop doing that, you know. And so, like I said, he got in his feelings and fucking copyright strike me. So that's what happened recently. Hope that wasn't too long.
Oh no, that was perfect. I mean, you gave us the synopsis quite well. And Tara does have a point. I was actually watching your part 2 of your of the last stream that you did, where you were actually talking to him,
Mhm.
and I watched that the atheist veteran stream, which and shout out to Miss Tara there with being the co-host of that show. That's also one of the main reasons to watch that show. As a matter
Oh,
of
yeah.
fact, that's one of the main reasons why I watch it.
Get
Not to
hear
say that you know.
velvety smooth English voice there, you know.
Yes. But yeah, it's good to see you being able to stream again, and I am certainly glad that the situation did get resolved, because unfair strikes on anyone, because I know that Hatman has been through it. Grampy Lobster's been through it. I believe the Geek Room has been through it, quite a few times. And like, if you have no grounds to do this, that you've got like 10 days before they'll just gonna like drop it, and then you can stream again. If it's a copyright, I think if it's a copyright, but if it's actually like a strike, you can't stream for like a month or something like that.
3 months.
For one strike.
I had to wait till March before it would be dropped.
Yeah, TKS Mantis, who's a friend of mine, he got striked by WWE because he was reacting to some videos on stream, and he got a 90-day ban from live streaming.
Oh, I didn't get like, the only time I've ever gotten some kind of notification or something from YouTube is it was the first stream that we had done, and this was before we brought Wanderer on. Hey, Cass, Warfox is here. Good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. Loved your last video. And as a matter of fact, I will be in touch with you very, very soon. I would love to get you back on the show as soon as possible. And Miss Tara, I would love to have you on as well sometime if you would like to come on. I'm going to try to start lining up, some people for to come on with us for starting into the new year. But they sent me it was the first show that we had done since I moved into my new apartment. And Doc played, we were watching some compilation video that somebody had actually created. It was like it was something to do with like WWE, and this was a compilation that somebody else had done, but they literally sent me an email telling me that the video was banned in certain countries or something like that, or certain areas, or it couldn't be played, and I actually had to go in and let their algorithm edit that part of the show out, or the episode would have been pulled down. And I'm just like, why dispute this? Why even dispute it? Just let it do it. It's no big deal. These are videos that we were just, trying to poke fun at, because, me and Doc are old school wrestling fans. And so I just and then like 10 days later, I got another one on the same video, and I had to go back and let it re-edit the video out again. So I'm just like, okay. Because the show's been going, because we've been doing the show like all together like almost 8 months, and I'm still a little iffy on how to do the whole copyright thing, and so I don't even touch it right now.
What do you mean, like for like music and videos, or?
Yeah, and especially with the whole new bill that they're trying to pass, where streamers can, if they copyright, holders and everything, you can like look at jail time and all this other kind of shit.
What? Really?
Yeah.
It
was part of that the COVID relief bill that they were trying to pass, or that did pass, but now we're not even going to get into the person outgoing. But now, he's screaming, instead of 600, let's give them 2,000 and all this other kind of stuff. But as part of that COVID relief bill, they slipped that in through the back door is exactly what they did. And now they're saying that streamers who play copyrighted material, if the copyright holder sees fit, they can sue them or they'll be looking at jail time,
Okay.
which is a load of shit.
Oof.
But
I do believe that there was some sort of misunderstanding, and I do believe the laws, or at least the bill that they're trying to pass, was taken out of context, or at least misunderstood by a couple of people. I don't think it's as bad as we think, but it's still pretty bad.
Hatman says that only applies to commercial streaming, so us little ones will be safe.
Hopefully.
Well, I'll certainly keep my fingers crossed on that. But like I said, right now I don't touch it or anything. Like the new intro that I'm sure, like the heavy intro that we played like on the last few episodes, that was done by Dumbkey, who is a member of the community here, always in the chat, and he's a big supporter of the show. He actually did that himself.
Mm-hmm.
The chant that I use is a it's non-copyrighted. We'll just say
royalty free.
Royalty free. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had a brain fart, but don't get no better with age. So,
normally I use I've noticed, like, because there's like the Geek Room has done it. They've used like copyrighted song. I asked them like, hey, so what's up with that? Like, did you get a strike or you just get a claim? And they're like, well, they told me what you can do is make a sock account, and then like if you want to like test something out, just put it on your sock account and see what it tells you, and see if it'll strike you, if you get a claim, will it block your video in other countries, and then you can go from there. Because a lot of these companies, they don't want to. They used to like they used to like strike you, but now they'll just claim it and take your ad revenue from you instead. Make more money doing that than striking you. At the end of the day. So always, if you want to test something, like if you want to test a new chant or something else, it's always good, if you have somebody that can make you something. But if you ever wanted to try it, it's always good to just have like an extra account and just post it on there and see what happens.
Well, we've still got a long way to go before we hit monetization, which hopefully we'll be able to do that.
I mean, they still can copyright claim your stuff regardless if you're monetized or not.
Oh yeah. Now
they will put ads onto your stuff. That's what they'll do.
And then they won't pay you extra for it.
Exactly.
Now, one thing that we were talking about before we went on the air is now. I got introduced to the Geek Room at first, and then that's where I found Hannibal and Monty, and I found your channel, and I found Burnt Toast and everything like that. And of course, shout out to Miss Burnt Toast if she's listening or listening later. She is always welcome here, and we had an absolute blast with her, and I'm hoping we can get her back on in the future. But you were on the Geek Room one night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was you, Frank, Drag, and Hannibal and Monty. And it was during the whole N-word thing. And I know that Hannibal and Monty have made a couple of music videos, which are absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The I love black people one is my shit. It's my shit. I actually was driving around listening to that in my car one day.
It's good, man.
It's very, very good.
My favorite part, I don't know why, it was just like fucking thug bitches. I don't know why. I'm always singing that part.
You just be walking around work, just like just saying it to yourself, and people look at you like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?"
What's wrong with that guy? I love black people.
But Hannibal and Monty, you said that they were going to be looking for sound bites, and like you kept disappearing for some reason. Like your camera was going, like you would just drop and then you would reappear and you drop again. And Monty just looked at it was just like, we're going to be looking for sound bites. So Rev and Shani, watch your fucking mouth. And Hannibal's like, no, don't watch your mouth. Say whatever you want. And then the next thing that was chimed in was you, and your delivery was what got me. And it was just like, okay, I'm a fan of this guy. I'd love to have him on the show sometimes. And you just go, yeah, say the N-word.
Well,
please.
see, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I say that, because these people, they like, you'll notice something about like Shani and like a bunch of these guys online, and it's like they always, whenever someone tries to tell them, like, or if they get penalized for saying fucked up shit, they'll start crying about freedom of speech, because they do not understand what that's about, you know.
And they clearly don't understand what fair use is.
Exactly. So, and they want to cry about, oh, we're getting censored. I'm not censoring myself. So I'm like, yeah, go say it. Say the N-word. Say it. You know, like, please do. Like,
right.
Not only will it give me content, you'll probably end up getting your fucking channel in trouble for it. So say it. Say it with your chest. You know, like, go ahead and say it.
Just like let it come from your abdomen. Let it come from your gut. You know,
yeah, like,
just
say
bellow it if you want to. Let's see what happens.
Because at the end of the day, Shani and Rev, they're just hiding who they really are. They're fucking racists, you know. But you know, because they got arrested one time, you know, they've had two or three encounters with the police.
They were swatted. They were
my wife was swatted. Yeah, like, but you know, since they've been together, they've had a couple encounters with the police. So now they're all like anti-cop and all this other crazy stuff. And I'm just like, just be who you guys really are. Like, just go ahead and say it. Like, we know you want to say it. I mean, shit, I don't know if you caught that stream he had where she kept texting him, and if you like look up in the corner, you can like vaguely make out that she like called drag an N-word again. You know, so it's like, you know, just be who you really are and stop faking, you know?
Exactly. And, you know, I just, like I said, like I said, it was your delivery that got me, because I was watching it and I literally I couldn't stop laughing. And it was so weird. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was having a really bad day, and I was just going back and watching a whole bunch of stuff that I had watched before. And I came across that episode, and it just happened to be at that moment. And there it was. And I started laughing again, and I'm just like, damn it, I got to get that guy on the show. He's great. But if, you know, that's one thing that I, you know, excuse me. You know, the people that bring this, I mean, I understand that YouTube is a public platform again. But when you deliver, and I've said this plenty of times, you know, when you put your entire existence onto YouTube, all your drama, all your bullshit, all the ooh, boo hoo, poor me, I'm going to play victim, trying to get people to feel sorry for me bullshit, go fuck yourself. You're opening yourself up to criticism, and people critique other people's shit all the time on YouTube. That's what it's, you know, not all of it, but you know, that's what some of it is. It's like, and if you're going to be dumb enough to put your entire life on this platform, you're going to get criticized, number one. And number two, if you are being criticized, you can't claim that you're being harassed, because it's not harassment. This is a public platform. If this were a private platform, then maybe, but it's public. You put this out there for public consumption. That's the whole thing. And
they think they can say whatever they want, you know, with impunity. That's the problem, you know.
Wanderer is afraid of Shani's third eye.
Oh, that ever growing wart on her face.
Yeah, it'll fucking turn me into like stone. Look at it too long.
A beam comes out of it and hits you until you turn to stone.
It's like, ew. Just fucking turns you into
wart
stone.
beam.
Okay.
Shani Christ in Super Smash Bros.
Right.
Oh God.
That's her
No, she
ultimate
is in
move.
Super Smash Brothers. She's Kirby.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she was King Dedede or something.
God, no, she's Kirby, man. Because
Well, he does the same thing. He inhales things, and he's a giant, bulbous, fat ass. You know?
right. But I mean, Kirby just like turns into like a humongous like bubble and shit. So
I guess she's a giant pink blob. Gotcha.
Did you guys see that she made a cameo in the Mandalorian season 2?
Wait, say what?
Shani made a cameo in the Mandalorian season 2. She was right at the very end. Yeah, credits.
I haven't watched any of that yet.
Dude, if I get like any free passes to Disney Plus, I'll give you it because you need to watch the Mandalorian. It's so fucking good.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Or you can join the high seas of the internet and become a pirate.
Yar.
Yar.
I did that back in my college days with music and hard like underground horror movies and stuff like that. My pirating days are done. Had to hang up the sword and the eye patch. It was time.
Okay.
Plus, Pirate Bay, was quote unquote being, kept up by the feds and everything since they finally figured out where it was coming from. So yeah, I'm done with all that shite.
You've retired from a lot of things. You've retired from piracy, and you've also retired from mosh pitting.
You know what, young man? You can kiss the widest part. You can kiss the widest part of my Irish ass is what you can do.
I retire from living.
Don't make me send you to Shani's house, young man.
No.
Oh my god, yeah, that sounds a fate worse than death. Go to Shani's house. No, eat a bullet, please.
Mommy, the landwell scares me.
She uses me as a pillow for back.
I saw the dirty bathroom. Oh my god!
I just grossed my own self out.
Did you just throw up in your mouth a little bit?
A little bit.
So what does the future hold for Black Guy TV?
You mean on the channel and stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, all the way around. Are you plotting world domination like the rest of us, or are you going to broadcast it live on YouTube and everything? Just don't forget us little people down here.
Yeah, right. Like I got this new formula turns me to superhuman. Man. Well, okay. Well, hold on. Basically, like I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes like don't get me wrong, does the Shanny and Rev and G-Man stuff like get your views and all that other shit? Yeah, but sometimes it gets tired of talking about the same shit over and over again. So I had Nuka, but me and him kind of squashed it. So I'm not really out to like really attack him unless I hear him say something crazy or something that I have to respond to. So basically, I'm trying to look for my own little new stable of Targe, and I got a couple ones I'm curating and stuff, and like other things like okay, how can I say this? I had a talk with someone, and they were just telling me like, look, you need to put more content out. That's just the first thing. Need more content. Fuck all this twice a week streaming. You need to put more content out, whether it's streaming or like edited videos. Like put more content out. And I was like, okay, all right. And then I was like, don't worry about like I can be really self-conscious and like I'm kind of a perfectionist about things. So like I get worried like, will this be funny? Did you see the video where I edited Emo's video? Did you see that?
I think I started watching it, but it may have been like I think I started watching it at work, but then by the time I started watching, like I work at a hotel, and at a certain time in the morning, I have to start running paperwork and all this other kind of stuff. And I know I started watching it, but I knew I had to pause it because I had to start doing all my stuff. And
it's definitely not safe for work. So
headphones. Well, no, I mean, I can, as long as I keep it at like a reasonable volume, because I mean, we can't let anyone into our lobby right now. So, we're all locked down and shit.
Yeah.
But I started watching it, and then by the time I got done, my mind had wandered, and I like started listening to Motorhead, and trying to keep myself awake because it was like almost 6 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Oh yeah, I get it.
But it is saved in my watch history, so I can go back and finish it. And that emo dude just, oh my god, he just scared, man, he scares the shit out of me.
He's hilarious, man. I think he's funny, but
well, I'm not saying he's not funny. He's just like he's like an angry dwarf. He's like if you took Gimli from the Lord of the Rings and gave him like a dim-witted, mentally unstable half brother, it'd be emo.
Have you ever seen the shower curtain video?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just a shower curtain.
Why is it wrapped around the curtain rod? Because it fucking gets this shit. Sorry, I know like every word of that video, man. Like if I'm not having a good day, I'll watch that video. But back to your question, so like I did that. Like I edited out all his F-bombs and N-bombs, and I just put like other words there, and people seem to like it. So like I just like I shot a video today, and it was like it's about some other content. I try to make it funny, but I'm just giving my opinion on something. And it has nothing to do with Tard. Well, technically, the guy that started the problem in this video is a Tard, but it was, something. It was a video that Miss Parker brought to my attention. So I put it on for like members only because I got a few more members now, and I got Patreon going too. So I put it up on there for those people to watch. But probably like I don't know. It's they can watch it first. I'll maybe like a day or two. What's today? Today's Wednesday, right? So maybe Friday I'll drop it so everybody can watch. I'll give everybody the members like a 2-day head start on it, and I'll drop it. But I'm trying to make more content for everybody, whether it's silly or not or what have you, and I'm trying to just put more stuff out, and instead of just doing 2 streams a week, I might start streaming. It's going to be hard because like I actually was going to stream today because I thought Drag was streaming last night, but then he changed it to today. So I didn't, of course you don't want to cross stream. And so I just recorded what I was going to do. And then I was going to, after you guys show, after I was done in your show, I was going to stream, but then I had to go get my kid a little earlier. So it was just, monkey wrenches all around. So it was just like, whatever.
And if you know how to get in touch with Hatman says he needs the shower curtain video.
Oh yeah. He's on my Discord. I'll send it to him. It's fucking hilarious, man.
And I knew, and of course I set up the studio for this like at 2 o'clock in the morning when I was at work, and I forgot to if you can post a link to your channel in the private chat here, and Wanderer, if you can you put a link to Drees's channel in the chat for everyone, please?
Sure, no problem.
But well, honestly, like I said, I enjoy anything that you put out. I get the notifications for it, and I watch it. Either while I'm at home when I'm off, or while I'm at work, and early in the morning, and it keeps me awake. Like a lot of the other stuff. Like I was just going back and watching the whole candle and crocheting drama video that the Geek Room put out the other day.
Yeah.
That
was a weird one.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird one. And I'm like, I'm not quite sure what to think about drama in a candle community.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck? But well, I know that you need to go get your little girl and everything. But I do appreciate the time that you've given us, and I really, really hope that you can come back again. You have an open invitation. You are always welcome here. Do you have any, like the video you were just mentioning? Do you have anything else you want to plug before you get out of here?
Just if you guys, if any, I see some of the regulars in the chat, but any of you guys, any people that's fans of this show, if you want to see a really strange guy who's trying to turn himself black, come check out my channel. It's on the have it in a I try to put I'm not always successful, but I try to always put my videos in playlists. I have just a Nuka Zeus playlist. All you got to do is go to my shit and look for Nuka, Nuka. Nuka Zeus. It's in there. Watch it. Watch the videos of him. He's a peculiar guy. He's not. I won't say he's not a malicious. As far as I know, I mean, things could change as I get to know more about him. But he's not as malicious as like Shanny or G-Man and stuff. He just has some really fucked up point of views that I don't agree with. So, just check out my channel and check out Nuka or check out my G-Man stuff. People seem to like that too. So like
that's one, like I definitely want to have you back on when you have a little more time, and I want to get into the whole drama between you and G-Man. I want to hear more about that. But I know you got to go right now.
Question real quick.
Yeah.
When do you do you normally do your videos like every Wednesday and stuff like that?
Well, no, typically typically we because my work schedule is so wonky, typically we do like 2 streams a month on Saturdays at the same time we started today. Mm-hmm. And then usually I have a Wednesday off, 2 Wednesdays off in the month. And then we'll do a couple of Wednesday, like we'll do 2 Saturdays and 2 Wednesdays.
Well, I'm off. Well, I'll be working this Saturday. But normally I'm off Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So,
well, we'll definitely work out another Wednesday show with you and have you come back on and have you hang out with us for the full time, and we'll definitely get more into it.
Oh yeah.
But thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time. And like I said, you are always welcome here. You have an open invitation. And if you ever need anything from us here at the Sanctum Sanctorum, please do not hesitate to ask. We will be more than happy to help you out any way we can.
Sweet, man. Thank you, sir.
No problem. The pleasure is indeed once again been all ours. And guys, the link is in for Drees's channel is in the side chat. Click the link, go to the man's channel, hit that subscribe button, get the notification bell on for him. Like his videos and his streams and everything like that. Show the man some love. And Drees, once again, thank you so much for coming on, and we will definitely have you back very, very soon. And we'll get into your G-Man saga.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to talk about that.
We'll see. We'll try to do it kind of like the Star Wars thing. We had episode 1 today. We'll do episode 2. The G-Man Strikes Back. How about that?
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, that's fun. That sounds great.
All right, man. Well, Drees, thank you again, and man, you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, man.
All right, man. You too.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Later.
Peace out, dude.
Bye-bye.
Peace out, bro.
Well, that I can certainly say that was a lot of fun. I really hate he had to go, but of course, family comes first, and he's got to take care of his little one and everything. So, but yeah, we are definitely gonna have him back on soon. But Wanderer, how have you been, my friend? You been doing all right?
Yeah, everything's been pretty swell. I've just been kind of working away at some YouTube projects and stuff like that, looking forward to the show, listening to albums, shit like that. You know how it goes. Currently one of my family members is in self-isolation because somebody they were in contact with came down positive. So that sucks for them, I guess. But I mean, it's only my little brother. It's not like it matters.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I do care about my brother, but at the same time, it doesn't affect me in the slightest. I mean, it just means play PS4 all day. So, but yeah, that was really interesting to talk to BLACKGUYTV or Drees. I hope we have him back because honestly, it was really fun to talk to him.
Oh, we're definitely going to have him back, and we're going to definitely and we were talking about this earlier. Yes, Sterno, Bonk, Zabrak, all of you guys, we're going to have you on. Like I said, I'm going to start kind of working out and scheduling everyone so we can be, a little more prepared going into the new year. I definitely want to have Miss Tara come on with us for a little while. I'm going to, of course, have Hatman come back on with us. So everyone, of course, everyone, I will be in touch with you to get all of that set up. And actually, one that Doc and I are working on is we are going to we're going to be doing a discussion show, and we're going to try to get Brand to come back on with us because we are all old school wrestling fans, and so we're going to try to get that discussion going one day here, probably within the next couple of weeks. But you had some homework, good sir, and
I did.
I think that it is indeed time for Wanderer's music review. Now we are going to have a stream this Saturday, the 27th. I'm not sure if Doc will be available. I think he's actually going to be flying back to Tennessee after the holidays that day. But I sent him the link, but I'm sure he's probably in transit right now, so he's unable to join us today. So we are going to be doing the last show for 2020 on the 27th, as long as Wanderer is available, and so be sure to tune in with that. And as a matter of fact, I need to Miss Tara, if you are in Hatman's Discord, I need to find you and get in touch with you, because if you are available that day, we may bring you on that day to hang out with us for our last show of the year. Or we may, as a matter of fact, we may bring her on, and we may bring a few other people on, do a little panel show for the last, talk about the year in review, if you will. But we will definitely get that worked out. And of course, I can reach Miss Tara on Twitter as well. So, but and I will actually and I see you right there. No, she's not, but that's easily fixed. Well, Sir Hatman, you are he's
That can mean many different things.
Yeah, that could mean many different things to many different people. Well, Tara,
yep, it's an e-relationship, no doubt about it.
Well, no. Now, wait a minute. Now, Tara has to remember that I am the devil's apprentice. So, one of these days, if Hatman ever retires, I mean, I'll have to take his, I can take his place, but that'll never happen, I know. So in a way, she's kind of sold her soul to both of us, I guess you could say. The boss keeps us very, very busy. I'm very I'm very careful with the souls I keep. That's
he keeps them in glass jars.
Hey, all right. It sounds good. And
Hatman's eternal, dude.
Yes, I am well aware that he is. I am well aware that he is eternal. I am just the humble apprentice to the mentor. So, and no need to shake your. He's shaking his fist at death.
I feel like both you guys are gonna live to like 900 years old, just like fucking Yoda from Star Wars.
Oh no, you should have seen the exchange between Hatman and I. It was on Twitter, and it was something. It was a discussion or something about between. It was about ass. That's what I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And it was between Missy Ann and Tara, and Hatman made the statement about having an ass off, and there was just there was just a little little just a little comical back and forth between me and him, because I initially had that ass contest. We still, honestly, if we could do that on the show, we should totally do it. I would totally be up for that. But yeah, it was just okay. I tell you what. If if you can talk Missy Ann into coming on and doing the ass off, we'll do it right here on the Sanctum. We will do it right here on the Sanctum. Hang on. What's that man saying here? Not sure YouTube is the platform for that. Wanderer, you sound kind of speechless.
I am indeed speechless.
Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid, man. It is okay. It is okay.
Ass scares me.
What?
Also, it sounds, when you said having an ass off, it sounds like a Future song. Ass off, fucking ass off. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if you've ever heard that song. But...
Man, if the ass scares you, it's kind of sad, bro.
I'm like the world's biggest virgin. No one can touch me.
Oh.
He's terrified. I am terrified. I'm scared. The cheeks are coming. I will sit at my window with Bobby at my side with shotgun to fight off the ass cheeks.
Wanderer lives a sheltered life outside the Zevils.
They call me Petty Officer John 117, Master Virgin. Ass cheeks combat evolved.
Well, now
don't be scared. I'm terrified. I'll fight them off with my sick ass guitar with a broken E string.
Miss Parker says, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared." All right. Well, now we are going to go ahead and get to your homework, good sir. Now, this week I sent you Facelift from Alice in Chains, which was their first album that pretty much was the cemented them into rock history as we know it. And I sent you Terry, you can bite me anytime because I bite right back.
Man, fuck off with your puns. I'm sick of it.
And look who decided to try to pop in right now.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey, man, how are you? Did you just get off the plane?
Nope, I have not even gotten to the airport yet. I am still packing.
What the hell kind of shit is that, man?
It's my usual. I don't have to be there till like 4:30.
Jesus Christ, dude! You could have been on the whole show with us then.
No, I couldn't. I was having to do some other errand running and shopping and stuff for Christmas because I had to wait for some things to get in.
All right, now
my Christmas presents are upstairs. I'm excited.
Now, Tara, I'm going to tell you now. Don't stick that tongue out at me too much. Don't you threaten me with a good time, young lady.
Threaten more,
buddy.
Doc, I'm scared. I need you to come pick me up.
No, Tara better not threaten me too much because then I may have to send her a plane ticket.
She'll mark it return to sender.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's an ass gang. Jesus. sorry if anybody comes in chat is like, oh, dude, I bet Hatman's got some cake. We call him this man. I'll kill myself.
Wanderer,
I'm not assist.
Wanderer, for your birthday this year, I'm gonna specifically try to find a way to order you a cake in the shape of an ass.
That would be so awesome. I would
stick 18 candles like right in between the butt cheeks.
Isn't that
What's this? Do I spy infidelity in the chat? Dude, yo.
Huh.
Tara's playing you, man. Wanderer receives a donkey cake. That's someone else. Yeah, that's what I like. Shrek 2 donkey, please. Yeah, I'm assophobic. What about it?
Oh, God.
That's what they call it.
No, I think
I
you.
love how we got like off track because Doc arrived and then now we're just talking about like this.
So, y'all want to hear something interesting?
I do.
Sure.
My neighbors had their apartment broken into. Back door was kicked in, and what's so weird is I was here, didn't hear a thing, which is rare for apartments because normally when you hear noise that loud, you're supposed to hear it. But they're also doing, they're building some new townhouses across the way from. So I hear it all the time. I hear all these beeps and all this stuff. It gets annoying fast. And so I'm like, man, maybe that interfered with it. But they got everything. Like they took guy's safe that had a lot of money in it, took PS5 and all this other stuff.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And yeah. And the weird thing is, I live in an area where that stuff's just not supposed to happen. Like that stuff, like this is one of the safest areas. If there's ever a crime reported and it's in the process of being committed, the cops get to wherever they're called lightning fast. So yeah, that was fun to find out.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I told the guy, I was like, I think someone you know did it. Because they knew where to go and everything like that. So it just seemed a little too obvious.
That's
well.
I don't want to sound like an Among Us reference, but that's sus as fuck, dude.
Yeah, he told me that. I mean, it was like they got their Christmas presents, and that's where the PS5 was. So,
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was like, so someone had to know something, because he was like, yeah, he goes, it's somebody we know, we just don't know who yet. So if they what size of pizza are you going to buy with it, Widow?
What?
Well, I was just saying,
pizza.
Like the $600 stimulus check that they're wanting to give out is barely enough to cover anything. You know, after 7 months of people being out of work and rent payments being delayed, utility payments being delayed, it's like, oh, here's $600. Hope you have fun.
I think somebody said they were upping it to 2K.
Well, that's what Trump wants. Trump wants the 2K minimum. But and what was really crazy about this whole thing is we actually have the admission from Nancy Pelosi that she intentionally delayed talks and held them up because she did not want to give Trump a victory. So, like right before the election, then after the election, it's like, okay, here we go, and now we're going to give you just $600 when the Republicans gave something way more generous than that. So it's, but Nancy Pelosi is Skeletor anyway, so it shouldn't surprise anyone that she would do something that disgusting and evil. What?
Oh, I think it's unfortunate you can't see the live chat right now because I think we have Tara's mind going crazy over here.
Oh, dude, you'd think the people in the live chat that they only just discovered November's over. Scary, man.
You shut your mouth, boy.
Oh,
Very scared.
So one of my friends, one of the things I'm thinking about doing as a practical joke on one of my friends here, he absolutely hates Mariah Carey's hit, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Turn it off, man! Turn it off! It's sucking my will to live.
That's exactly how he is with it. I mean, he made a meme of it that got really popular, and it's the one where it shows Jason Momoa about to spear Henry Cavill. That was his meme that he created, and
oh, nice.
And it said me just minding my own business, and then over Jason Momoa it said Mariah Carey's 1994 hit "All I Want for Christmas Is You." That was his, and I thought that was hilarious that he did that it got that big. But as a running joke, we just wait around this time of year. We just wait for his post, and usually he's like, "Well, it tagged me out in the wild today because I was not able to escape it." So what I'm doing is when we can start going back out and having fun again, I'm going to at karaoke next time he's there sing "All I Want for Christmas Is You" and replace his name every time she says "baby," just so I can make him even more uncomfortable with it.
Oh, Lord. Good Lord. Well, you are just in time for Wanderer's homework this week. I sent him 2 interesting albums this time. I sent him Facelift from Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
And I sent him the first Godsmack album.
Nice.
So, Wanderer, if you are ready, let's hear Godsmack first.
All right. So first off, before I do anything, you guys are all fucking wrong. The best Christmas song is "Red Water" by Typo Negative, and nobody can say a fucking word about it.
No, the greatest Christmas music on the planet is Motorhead because Lemmy was born on Christmas Eve. So
that's so cool.
I don't know,
dude.
Rob
I know
Halford,
like 2 people.
I don't know. Rob Halford did a cover of "Oh Come All You Faithful" that just really made my ears bleed. But it was good.
I know like 3 or 4 people born on Christmas Day. One of them was on New Year's Eve. It was pretty cool.
Oh, one girl I know, her mom told her family member, said, "Hey, look, I know she was born on Christmas, and you have a lot of stuff to think about. And so if you want to just get her one gift for Christmas and count it as birthday and Christmas, feel free to do that. But you need to let me know which gift your kids won't be getting, birthday or Christmas." And every
Do you think
year
they have like birthday turkey or like birthday cake? Are these people like a different breed?
What, birthday turkey? I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Do they put candles in the turkey?
That's like criminal, man. I like turkey as much as the next guy, but a birthday turkey? Come on.
Criminal. Criminal birthday turkey. That sounds like a really awesome band name.
You can have it.
Either way, so
So all right,
God-
let's hear the first Godsmack album. Now it was telling Wander earlier, Doc, that this album came out when you and I were still in high school.
Yeah, so back in the Stone Age.
Anyway, go ahead, Wander.
So this one was kind of interesting because the album cover looked like something straight out of the mid 2000s, which was weird to me, or like at least the 90s.
Yeah,
It was
it's a
somewhere
late
between those two polarizing times.
It's a late '90s album. And Doc, if you're gonna wash your hands and shit, can you mute yourself?
Oh yeah. I forgot to mute myself. Sorry, I was washing my hands. I had some. I had like.
Turn the page, wash your hands.
I had
Turn
some
the
coffee.
page, wash your hands.
I had some coffee that had some like chocolate creamer in it, and I wiped it out of my mustache. It got on my hands, so I had like chocolate stains on my hands.
Poop hands.
Yes,
That
yes.
Dude,
I'm gonna
I
write a
actually
song
got
now.
dog shit on my finger yesterday.
Then don't stick
stupid.
your finger up your dog's butt. You won't get.
Hey,
shit
I
on your
wasn't doing
finger.
that. That's disgusting. Take that back immediately. I was actually picking up his poo in the garden. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah, dude.
Either
I've
way.
had to do that before.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. Either way, Moon Baby is the first song of Godsmack. Godsmack. It's what I'm going to refer to it as because it's Godsmack by the band Godsmack. I really enjoyed the radio like opening to this song. It was kind of cool. It kind of reminded me of Uncle Acid. The vocals, in my opinion, are really solid for this band. They kind of remind me a lot of Alice in Chains. And I don't know if I'm correct in saying that or not. I just kind of got Alice in Chains vibes off this one, which is ironic because I listened to Faith with this. So the next song is Whatever, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't really feel this track whatsoever, really. I kind of disliked the lyrics, and the riff to me wasn't very appealing either, sadly. However, we get to Keep Away, which is the next track, and the guitar solo on this was solid as fuck, in my opinion, and I really, really quite enjoyed this track. So I recommend Keep Away. So then, after Keep Away, we have Time Bomb, and it gave me kind of like these Run the Grid, Outrun type vibes with the bleep bloop, kind of feel to it. And overall, guitar, drums, vocals, everything about this song was pretty awesome. So I like Time Bomb. Bad Religion, the riff to me was kind of iffy until the vocals came along. But it was a cool song as time went on. I like a lot of the guitar in this. I feel like that's probably one of the highlights of this album. The guitar work is masterful. So Immune, as the track went on, it got better, in my opinion, and the bass was the bass on this track was absolutely jamming. It was mean as fuck. I really, really enjoyed the bass on Immune. Pretty awesome song. Then we get to like somewhat of an interlude, which one in London, and I really, really enjoyed this interlude. The riff was killer, and I really, really enjoyed that one, and it kind of like flows very, very nicely with the next song, which is called Get Up, Get Out. And it comes straight off the back of the interlude, like I've just previously said, and it was absolutely a fantastic track. So I got to say, these two together have got to be some of my favorites from this album. Then we get to Now or Never. Wasn't too crazy about this one. I couldn't quite put my finger on why. It wasn't bad in any way. I just kind of wasn't feeling it, And then we get to Stress. I thought it was decent. Guitar work was once again brilliant. And then finally, the last one I got to listen to was Voodoo because one of the songs was not available, so I couldn't listen to it. I didn't really like the echoey vocals like intro, and no instrumental. Yeah, the instrumental.
What?
It needed instrumental to me. It really needed an instrumental, in my opinion. But the instruments come in and the drum and the bass, killer once again. I absolutely love the instrumentation on the album. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I really, really enjoyed some of these parts, and I was kind of on others. But I definitely go back and listen to a different Black album because I feel like this one was a good kind of opener to what the band is like, and I'm looking forward to listening to some more from them. So yeah, it was an interesting album for sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely second your assessment of that because that album has some great songs on it, but it also has some songs that I'm kind of like meh on as well.
Yeah,
But
that's kind of how I felt listening to it.
But the songs in it that are good, that I really like. And the songs that I'm like, meh, on, I just pretend they don't exist. Like most college students do with their student loan debt. They just pretend it doesn't exist.
Well, I'll be doing that in a couple of years.
Well, I'm sorry, but I got to disagree with you on Voodoo because Voodoo is just a fucking. That's one of those songs, man. That just it has a real ambiance to it, and the way that it starts is just unreal. But now, I mean, and I'm glad that, and apparently we lost Doc.
I think Doc of existence.
All right, so now that we've heard the Godsmack one, now the one that I'm really intrigued to hear you talk about is Facelift. So, if you are not in love with this, if you are not in love with this album, sir, I will absolutely, I will catch the next plane to England, and I don't know what I'll do. I will buy a cake in the shape of, I will buy a cake in the shape of an ass and put it right in your face. So.
I'm pretty sure that counts as either both versions of assault.
All right, so let's hear it.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with kind of like my summary before I jump into the actual tracks. I really, really enjoyed this album, and some of the songs were really, really good to chill to. I recommend listening to this album whilst playing like games or something, because I recorded some footage for a new video that I'm going to put out in a couple of weeks. And I was playing Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, and it was so fun to fly around as Jango Fett and listen to this album. I just thought it was really, really fitting with the gameplay. However, I gotta say I enjoyed Dirt more, but that's not in any way shitting on this album. I think Dirt definitely has a special place in my heart because I had a lot of really kind of good tracks that I really enjoyed out of there, and some of them were really, really heartfelt in the way they sounded, and I didn't kind of get the same vibe of this, although a lot of these were real bangers in my opinion. So if anything, I see this as a great album, but I see Dirt as like the badass older brother, if you know what I mean. So getting into the actual tracks, We Die Young, I believe is the name. I've got a typo here. It says We Did Young, lol. This song was absolutely kick-ass, and it was a splendid opener to the album, and I really, really enjoyed it. And the lyrics, as standard for, or at least what appears to be standard for Alice in Chains, they cut deep. They really did cut deep. They, especially on Dirt, the lyrics on there were really quite powerful. The more that you listen to Dirt, the more kind of apparent it becomes. And I feel like I'm still getting the same kind of vibe from Facelift. So yeah, even though Facelift was made before Dirt, let me just preface that again. Then we have Man in the Box. I've got a bit of a controversy on this one. It is the most popular song on Spotify, but I can't say I enjoyed this quite as much as I did the previous one.
Are you
it was still
kidding me?
It's a hot take. I'll admit it's a hot take. It was a solid track, not gonna lie, solid track, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the opener. And I couldn't see anything wrong with it. If that kind of lightens the mood a little bit, I didn't see anything wrong with Man in the Box. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I did We Die Young. So, swiftly moving on from that absolutely, like, I guess you could call it blasphemous take. Now we have Sea of Sorrow. That was another song from this album. I wasn't too crazy about this one, and I found the riff to be kind of a little bit bland in my opinion. It was a little unimpressive. It was all right. I just wasn't too crazy about it. Then we get to Bleed the Freak, and on the other hand, this was beautiful to me. I love everything about this.
Stu
The
Dog
guitar in
is
this track.
here. Stu, hang on,
Oh,
hang on.
holy
Stu
shit!
Dog is here. Stu Do Double G, what is going on, my brother? You know you are always welcome here. Good to see you, and a happy Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas, Stu. It's nice to see you, man. And I hope everything's going well with the little thing we're working on. So, also I need to watch a new video. I saw it drop tonight. It's regarding Old Painful, so I'm excited to watch that when I get off the show. Either way, returning to my review for a sec. I absolutely love the guitar on Bleed the Freak. The riff to the second guitar, the vocals, just everything really about Bleed the Freak to me screams just absolutely everything that I like about Alice in Chains. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. And Bleed the Freak happens to be, I think it was one of the first that I was like, holy shit, immediately added it into my playlist. So yeah, Bleed the Freak has probably got to be one of my favorites from this album.
Dude, same here, man. Bleed the Freak is an awesome song.
It's a fucking amazing track, dude. I'm glad we agree on that. Then we get I Can't Remember. I thought it was decent coming off the back of one of the better songs, in my opinion. Really, really decent track. Love the drums, love the guitar, love the vocals, everything. I can't remember. Once again, stellar. So then we get to Love, Hate, Love. I wasn't the greatest fan of the way the riff sounded. And the verse is better than the introduction, in my opinion.
What you should
Pretty
do
solid,
with
pretty
love,
decent.
with Love, Hate, Love, go and look up one of the old live performances of that with Lane Staley doing it live. It'll change your mind.
If you send me, I'll definitely go through with that. By the way, Stu Dog, Bonk says that he hates thinking about that guy mainly because he has PTSD from first-hand experience with him. If you like send him a DM or something, he's in my Discord. So if you send him a DM asking about his experience with Old Painful, he will give you a very funny response. So I look forward to hearing if you guys have a conversation about that, because that really does make me laugh. So then we get to It Like That. I quite like this one, and it was really kind of good to, I don't know, really get down chill to, I think this is one of the ones that I listened to whilst playing a game. So I think it quite fit the mood well. And the riff was really, really enjoyable. Vocals, as always, great. So Sunshine, drums were probably my favorite part of this one. And it was quite hard hitting. So I do like Sunshine.
Sunshine is, honestly, I love the whole album, but if I had to pick one that really just kind of gets to me on a very deep and emotional level, it's going to be that one, because I kind of feel, I can really feel where Lane is coming from, in that song. Like when you just hear him just belt out, I don't care no more. Like I can feel his pain in that song, because I've been to that point and back again many times. And so when I hear that man belt out, because I'll drive around listening to that album in my car like all the time. But when it comes to that one, like it just it hits me like really, 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 really hard. Hey, Rumor is here. Good to see you. I'm so glad you could drop in with us today. I did get your email, and I will be in touch with you very, very soon, and we will get everything set up. I'm definitely going to be having you on. But yeah, Sunshine, Sunshine just, and I mean, even to this day, I mean, not every time, but sometimes, just depending on like how I'm feeling and like where my head is, and if I need to just kind of hear someone kind of say, you know, say things that I can't say, like I'll put that on, and I'll be honest with you, man. I'll sit there and I'll cry. Yeah, I mean, it hits me that hard. So yeah, Sunshine's very, very special to me.
It's really awesome to have a song that you can just kind of, relate to like that. And
I mean,
quite
well,
honestly, I haven't found one like that for me yet. I really haven't found one that I feel like that with,
right. I mean, a lot of Alice in Chains stuff hits me like that, because I mean, Lane is singing from his heart and his soul, like you hear it in his voice. And a lot of what he's talking about is his depression, and his and the addiction that he has, and everything like that. But he's singing from a very, very, he's singing from a dark place. And I mean, I've never had like an addiction. I mean, well, I mean, I smoke cigarettes, and that's an addiction. But as far as like the addiction, like the addictions that he had, I've never been there. But
yeah.
I can feel it on an emotional level, because that's dark place that he was in, and I've been in dark places where I just wanted to give up more than once. And I always say that Alice in Chains is one of those bands that saved me in a way. Like the lyrics and the music and everything like that have saved me on more than one occasion. And Lane Staley's just one of those dudes that I wish that he were still around, because honestly, I would love to have just met him and shook his hand and thanked him for helping me, helping me when I felt like I didn't have anything or anybody or any or nothing, just complete, just utter emptiness and despair. And like their music was just kind of a guiding light through that. So yeah, like a lot of Alice in Chains music has a very, very special place in my heart.
That's awesome, dude. I'm really, really happy that that helped you through that more than one occasion, man. Because I cannot imagine what it'd be like to be in that position.
I'll put it to you like this: it stopped me from doing something very stupid.
I think I know what that is.
Well, I'll give you a metaphor for it. It stopped me from taking the coward's way out.
Yeah.
That's what their music has done for me. Is it like their music and a lot of other bands, but more specifically them, it has stopped me from taking the coward's way out.
Well, and that's one of the things that people who have a problem with music that talks about darker subjects fail to realize is sometimes having an artist or someone that you admire, or even a painter, recording artist, painter, someone talk about those things, or through art, it's therapeutic for the person while they're producing that art, but it's also therapeutic for anyone who consumes that artwork, because like you have said, you clearly related to it, and it helped you process through some things, and it also lets you know that you're not alone.
That's one thing, like with just heavy music in general, like um, it made me I'm a weirdo and an outsider, but this makes me feel better about it. But it also showed me that someone is just as lonely and angry and pissed off as me, but they found a way to
Yeah,
get it out, and
and
and it helps me feel better. But when I was at a very, very low point in my life and had found Alice in Chains, that was really what I needed to hear at the time. Like it was like Lane was speaking directly to me. And I know a lot of
yeah,
people feel and I know a lot of people feel that way. I know that, but when you're 16 years old and you're depressed and you just don't want to feel anything anymore, and someone is saying things like, down in a hole and I feel like I can't be saved, and um you know fucking I don't care no more, and stuff like that. It's not bringing the person that's feeling that way down. It's lifting them up, because it's just like, this person feels like I do. They've turned it into something beautiful, and trying to help me through what they're going through. And that's exactly what I needed at the time.
yeah.
And I wish that I could,
Well, I mean,
you know so well, Wanderer, what's next for us?
Uh, Doc, did you have something to say there?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. He kind of faded out for just a second. I lost him. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, so what I was gonna say is I've been helped in similar ways by artists. I mean, most everyone who knows me knows Rush is my favorite band, and and I've actually had people say, "How do you reconcile listening to a band like that and your faith?" And I'm like, I like their music. It doesn't really cross my mind too much.
But like, dude,
Uh,
you're Orthodox and you love Slayer.
yeah. Well, and exactly, but a lot of you actually get a lot of those questions from people. They're like, yeah, how can you listen to an artist who's like Slayer, where they talk about some really dark subject matters, and some of their lines in their songs are kind of like, ugh. But
And they have album titles like "God Hates Us All," which is a really, really great album title.
oh yeah, I was actually talking to a priest about that and told him Tom Araya's quote on it, and he goes, I told when I got to the part where Tom Araya said it's a pretty cool album title, the priest goes, actually it is. And this is an Orthodox priest, so he's like really cool about stuff like that. But one of the things that actually happened for me is I was really struggling with some stuff in my family life and just getting over some past hurts and forgiving people. But there was a song on Rush's final album, and the drummer, Neil Peart, wrote the lyrics. And Neil Peart is a very out and proud atheist. I mean, he was one of these guys where, and when I say that, it's not like, you're like some of my atheist friends were like, oh, I'm an atheist, but it's cool that you believe what you believe. Neil Peart would never pass up a shot to just criticize religion or shoot it down, but he's still a nice guy, but he would always take the shot to say his opinion on it. And one of the things they said in that last song is called "Wish Them Well," and basically it's like whenever it kind of in a way echoing the teachings of Jesus, saying when someone mistreats you, wish them well and move on. Just shake the dust off your shoes, and I can't remember all the lyrics to it right now, but it's a really cool song. I highly recommend everyone go check it out, because if you like bass guitar, the bass is phenomenal on it. It's Rush, but it's just a very good song and a great song for him to finish that album with. But that was like one of those things for me when I heard it. It really helped hearing it from either a non-religious or irreligious perspective, because it clicked with me finally. It was like, oh, this guy is saying this, so because when you're hearing it from the church, or you're hearing it from your godparents or from your priest, you've been hearing it for so long, it sometimes just falls on deaf ears. But
Right, it goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, and and some of these people that are telling you that have not been through a similar struggle. Well, hearing Neil Peart say that took on a different perspective, because he lost his wife and daughter within 9 months of each other.
Right.
He went through something no man should ever have to go through. Lost his daughter first, then his wife died of cancer 9 months later. And I'm going, with all the crap this guy's been through, he's the one saying this, so I need to pay attention to it. And it really helped reconcile a part of me and a part of my faith that I've always struggled with. Actually, I say always, but really struggled with for about 15 years at that point. And it just really helped me move on to the next spot in my journey as being a decent human, because, as you guys know, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, that's very true. With your giant cowboy hat and spoon and your Hulk Hogan, Sam Elliott 70s porn star weirdo stash. So,
yeah.
All right, Wanderer. So, next one is put you down.
Yeah, I wasn't quite a fan of this one, mainly in the instrumentation. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really feel it.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Either I can reconcile this by saying that Confusion was probably in my sweet spot. It was sad, it was slow, it was jamming. I've really enjoyed Confusion. So I was about my opinion on Put You Down, but I'm quite head on straight with Confusion, because that was a good one. Then we got I Know Something, or I Know Something About You. I'm gonna be honest, man. I really didn't dig this one either. It's mainly because I didn't feel it really. Instrumentation was not for me. Then we get The Real Thing. I like this because it really gives me the same vibes that 46 and 2 does by Tool. And I really kind of get the same kind of feeling that I did listening to that track as I do this one. So really a real thing. And with that, I'm going to give Alice in Chains Facelift an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. All right. So let me hang on. Let me check one.
Also, yeah, tomorrow is the anniversary of my death on the Out of This World podcast. It's a shame that ended. I've been really missing it. I'm glad that Caden's back and kicking this shit again.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to get Cadenza back on here soon. Okay, so all right. So what I'm going to do for your next one, for our looks like going to be our last show for 2020, I'm going to send you your first live album, and you'll be very happy with the one that I just sent you. So check your DMs.
It's Donna Summer, right?
Totally.
Much was like Panther. Oh, nice, dude. So the next two I've got is Audio Slave.
Now that's their self-entitled debut album. Now this band is Chris Cornell from Soundgarden and the guys from the band from Rage Against the Machine, the bass player, the drummer, and Tom Morello, the guitar player.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'll probably really like that then, because I enjoyed the Rage Against the Machine album I got sent a while back. I think it was alongside around the same time that I got the Uncle Acid one. Actually, I think it might have even been in the same time I got what was it again?
The Uncle Acid?
No, it wasn't Uncle Acid. It was the The other one where it had the band had the vocalist from Pantera, I believe.
Oh, that
Or
was
at least
Down.
Down, that's the one. Sorry, it escaped me. Yeah, it was around the same time that I listened to Down's album that you sent me a while ago. And yeah, I'm probably going to dig this one. So then we have also a live album from Pantera, which is Official Live 101 Proof from 1997. I'm excited to hear that. I'll tell my friend Ollie that I'm going to listen to that because he is a big fan of Pantera. He's actually started Metallica pilling me a little bit. I've started listening to a bit of Metallica. Obviously he got me to listen to Ride the Lightning a while ago, and now I'm starting to listen to Master of Puppets. So yeah,
Yeah.
Widow.
Fucking A.
Speaking of Ride the Lightning, do you remember that substitute teacher that had been struck by lightning like 2 or 3 times from high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that? I'm sorry. Hearing Ride the Lightning just reminded me of a teacher who had been struck by lightning twice. Sorry.
Right. So
it's that
yeah.
person's
So this live album, I mean, it's going to be songs that you've heard, and I mean, I know you're going to be going through them, one by one and everything like that. Or if you just want to review the album as a whole, it's completely up to you. But this is the first live album I know that I've sent to you, and I know how much you dig the Pantera. So I figured I would send you this record because honestly, there are very few live records that I actually enjoy, and this one is one of my all-time favorites. This one and Kiss Alive, the first Kiss live album, Kiss Alive, and Decades of Aggression from Slayer, their double live album, which I actually have on vinyl. I actually have that on vinyl. I got that last Christmas. But yeah, you'll definitely enjoy this this new this live Pantera album. Well, guys, we are just about at the 2-hour mark here for this edition of the Sanctum. And first off, I want to thank Dries, Black Guy TV, for coming on for the first hour with us. And we are definitely going to be scheduling him to come back on and do a second episode with us to go over a little bit more of his content and everything like that. It was such an honor to have him on, and thank you so much for coming on. You, sir, have an open invitation also to the Sanctum as well. I want to thank everyone who showed up in the chat today. Stew Dog, Hatman, Theo, Bonk, Sterno, Tara, Durit, Rumor Research Lab. Everyone, thank you so much for coming out today. It means a lot to us that you come out every week and hang out with us, and so glad that you're enjoying the show and everything. Going to be in touch with Rumor. Going to get that one set up. I'm going to go ahead and start getting shows booked, guest booked going into the next year here very, very soon. So we'll be a little bit more on track and have everything set and ready so we can get everything taken care of in a timely fashion. Do want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. Now, we will be back. I know Doc will be heading back to his neck of the woods on the 27th, but Wanderer and I will be here.
Actually, I'll be heading back on the 26th, so I may be able to get in on the 27th.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Dude.
All right. Right on. And I'm gonna try to lock down a guest for the 27th. I'm gonna reach out to Miss Tara and see if she would like to come on and hang out with us. And also, we are planning that wrestling discussion. Which we're gonna. I've reached out to Brand. He wants to know when we want to do that. I'm gonna go back, see when he's good, and we'll go ahead and we'll get that one on the books. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get ready to close and lock the Sanctum for the week. Wanderer, you got anything you want to plug before we lock everything down?
Well, Thanks everybody watching today. It was really, really interesting to talk to Dries. I hope we get to speak to him again because it was really, really awesome to speak to him. And I really enjoy his video game takes as well. The guy's got good taste. Either way, if you're a fan of our content, be sure to subscribe to my channel.
Oh,
And,
yeah, everybody be sure to like the stream. Like the stream. Hit that thumbs up.
Oh yeah,
button
like the
for us,
stream.
guys.
And also, if you have seen The Mandalorian or if you're curious about what next in The Mandalorian, I have a video coming out very soon on what might be next with the return of my old series, A Wanderer's Perspective, which is basically a rambling series where I basically talk about whatever. So if you're excited about that, be sure to watch it, subscribe, like, whatever. And also, I posted a Winter 2020 update. If you want to know what's going down on the channel, be sure to watch that. Apart from that, thank you very much.
Doc, got anything you want to add before we lock her down?
Well, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and look forward to seeing y'all hearing and talking to y'all on the 27th. And really do hope everybody's Christmas goes well, that you stay COVID free. If you have COVID, I hope you
Stay home.
get healed soon. Yeah, please stay home. I am really actually nervous about traveling home, not because of the plane, not because of the flight or anything. It's because COVID. And that's one of the things, like, no matter where I go, that's like my main concern. It's one of the reasons when I do Uber and Lyft driving, I'm only doing Uber Eats. I'm not picking up any passengers, not taking anyone anywhere, because I just don't want to deal with it. Don't want to risk it. So
I feel you.
But yeah, I am almost to the airport, so it's really good timing actually. But and I enjoyed it. Sorry I could only come on for the last hour or so. I wish you could see the chat, and sorry for bringing up the whole stimulus package bill.
You're good, brother. You're good. But hey, man, you have a safe flight, and shoot me a message. Let me know you made it back. All right, okay?
All right, I will, man.
All right, take care, brother.
All right, Merry Christmas, everyone.
You too, man.
Merry Christmas, man.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to lock this down. And just real quick before we close everything out, we are at 115 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. We're slowly growing, and once again I want to thank everyone for your love and support, and thank you so much for everyone who comes out and hangs out with us, listens every week or listens later. It means the world to us, and thank you once again from the bottom of our hearts. If you know anyone who would enjoy the show, please send them a link to the channel, either Discord, Twitter, Facebook, what have you. Tell them to hit that subscribe button, get the notification bell on, like the stream, all that good stuff. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and we're going to close and lock it down for the week. And Wanderer and I and Doc will see you on the 27th. And once again, I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas. And please stay safe out there during this time. As we all know, it's very uncertain times and everything going on right now in the entire world. So please stay safe. If don't travel if you don't have to, and wash your hands, wear your mask, all that good stuff. But Merry Christmas, everyone. We love each and every one of you. We will see you on the 27th. But until then, my friends, as always, peace be with you.
Happy Christmas.